Good morning, everybody. I hope this finds you all doing well. We're doing really well here. I can't believe these guys are going to be 2 days old this afternoon. Everyone's doing amazing. I figured it would be easier for me just to do a video. I'm certainly a little sleep deprived, which is to be expected. No complaints. Instead of sending an email, Monday was a little bit of a whirlwind, unexpected twists and turns. But at the end of the day, we have an amazing 12 healthy puppies. And I figured this would give you guys a little bit of a taste of what it's like to have a litter. It's amazing. Boots ended up having 12. I never ever thought that she would have as many just because she is our smallest golden, which doesn't really decipher anything. She started out at 71 pounds. And when I brought her in on Monday, the entire kind of pregnancy, I was always worried. She wasn't eating enough, but she was just so full, and our reproductive vet would just tell us, don't worry, as long as she's drinking, she just doesn't have a lot of room. But all of our Goldens have always gained, 15 to 19 pounds. Well, when she went in last week for the x-ray, she had only gained 10 pounds the entire pregnancy. But again, she wasn't concerned. So when we brought her in on Monday, again, she had only gained 10 pounds. So she was literally 81 pounds. So if you can imagine, when these guys were born at weighing each almost a pound, it was pretty incredible that these puppies got all the nutrition, and that, Boots really had lost weight, in fact, given, all the fluids and what have you in utero. But I'm just so happy that these guys are doing amazing. And so I just figured I would jump on and just do a little video instead of trying to put things into words. And I've attempted, and my brain is a little bit foggy, so it's just easier for me to talk. So I will start my weekly newsletters, and because they were born on a Monday, so it's just easier to send it every Monday. And I try to follow that golden rule, and sometimes I might be off a day. It just always depends on what's happening here. And basically, my priority is, Boots and puppies, but I want you guys to feel like you're on this journey also. But so when we got them home on Monday, we get them weighed, we put collars on them, and someone had asked, they noticed, 2 of the puppies, 2 of the boys. So we did this one in ribbon and another one. So we just did captain and lobster. There's no special meaning. It's just what we had on hand and trying to identify the puppies. And the reason we add the collars is because I end up, oh my goodness. So that one has poo on its nose. See, it has poo on its nose. Oh, it's never a dull moment. But we add the collars because obviously, with these golden retrievers, they all look the same. There's no identification. And I end up needing to weigh these guys twice a day just to keep track and make sure that they are gaining. And so what we can expect, the first, usually it can take up to 3 days, they may lose some weight, but it just allows me to really closely monitor, because with the puppies, the first 7 days are considered a neonate. And basically when these guys are born, I don't know if you guys know this or not, but basically their senses are, they can feel, taste, and smell. They can't hear, they can't see, they can't pee and poop on their own. So really when they're first born, they're pretty much just half-baked. So their senses don't really come align until, after they're born, and we're talking, a week to a few weeks for everything to start happening for these guys. So with Boots having a C-section, she went in not having puppies, but came out with puppies. So even though I know that she's a great mom and I can sense that, you know, she's already bonding with the babies, she's not stimulating the babies. And what that means is these guys can't even pee and poop on their own. So, you know, new moms and under anesthesia, it is a lot more work, and they're so worth it. So basically, every 2 hours, my husband and I, we're taking turns, and thankfully he's, you know, here to be able to help, so I can get a little bit of sleep. But basically, I have to take a baby wipe and I have to stimulate, you know, their genital area and tap on, you know, the bum and their genital area to get them to pee and poop, until Boots, you know, mom instincts really start kicking in. I think it's going to happen. I've been seeing her kind of lick their head, lick their back. She doesn't mind that they're nursing. She doesn't mind that they snuggle up against her face, crawl around her. So it's going to happen, but, you know, just coming out of the anesthesia, it is really hard on the mama. I'm so grateful for our reproductive vet. She's just so excellent in how smart she is and, you know, what is best for the situation. So, you know, kudos to her. I just couldn't hug her enough on Monday. You know, that there was a problem, we didn't even know it. So hopefully we never have to really deal with that issue in the future. But, you know, Boots was carrying such a large litter. She was just full of puppies, and one way or another, two of the puppies ended up getting the uterus twisted, and two of the puppies were caught up in that twist behind her right fallopian tube. So we're just so grateful. I mean, it truly is a miracle. You know, we have all 12 thriving and doing really well. So there's that. But basically, I just wanted to just kind of jump on here, and I know you guys want to see puppies. And I also want to reassure people, because I've had some questions with videos. They have this little fat about collars being, this little fat and collars being too tight. I can promise you, I am very diligent. I mean, look, it's just, they got this little fat going. We're constantly checking. I can't have them too loose, because if they fall off, then we don't know who is who, and it's really super important to know, you know, who is who, and, you know, making sure that they're all gaining weight and everyone's doing great. Boots's milk is coming in. She's getting nice and full, and these guys are just really eating around the clock. So there's that. Tomorrow, I am going to start cutting, or it's just clipping their little nails. When they are born, it's like kitty cat nails. They're so sharp. So we like to cut the puppy's nails every 3 days, and it's only just cutting the hook. And I do that so, you know, it's easier, as you can see, it's easier on mom's belly. Look at how sharp those are. You know, and not trying to scratch her too bad, then it can cause an infection. So we will start clipping toenails every 3 days, and that starts tomorrow, as well as the early neurological stimulation and the early scent introduction. So that will start tomorrow, and I'll do that. It's days 3 through 16. And I need to find my tripod, because, you know, oftentimes I'm doing this on my own. Hubbies can be here, but not always, if that makes sense. Okay, so what other questions do we have? Oh, so in one corner, this corner in particular, I have a heating pad underneath our vet bedding. So it's like the puppies know to migrate. But I've also included, these are just little heating discs. So they're usually good for about 10-12 hours. So we just try to keep this area nice and warm. Puppies also cannot, oh my goodness. Puppies can't control their body temperature. So we have to be very diligent about no drafts, no ceiling fans can be on, and the room it on average has been running about 72, and these guys are really super happy. And how I know they're happy is they're usually quiet. They might be like sleeping next to each other. If they're piled on top of each other, then I know they're chilled. So then I have to, adjust the temperature. But so far, everything's been really good. I have the puppy warmer. So they've only gone in there a few times in the very beginning, like on Monday, I put them in there, to dry them off. But more or less, everything's been pretty good. I've been able just to kind of keep them in the whelping box, and we're just wanting them to nurse as much as possible to bring in Boots' milk, which it's happening. Super cute, you guys. These guys are gonna be just amazing. It's a beautiful litter, and we couldn't be happier. So I just wanted to jump on here and just kind of give you a quick rundown, because I wanted to send you an email, but it's just sometimes just to put it in words in a video is easier in the very beginning. I'm taking lots of pictures and videos. I do have a program that I use called Flickr, and so I started working on that yesterday in between, and I'll send you guys a link. You're more than welcome to share it with friends and families. It's totally fine. We're happy that you want to include friends and families, and you can just check it. But I will upload every week of the puppies, because they just grow so fast, as you know. But we're so happy. And I haven't added the pig rails, and I am gonna be adding that today. Pig rails will go around the whelping box, and what it is for the most part, the reason I haven't added it, because I'm literally in the whelping box with her most of the time, and when she gets out is when I get out or my husband gets out. So we're right here. But basically the pig rails it's to keep the puppy safe. So when Boots comes in, it helps so she doesn't smush them, if that makes sense. So it just will push the puppies out underneath and kind of give them some protection. But I don't leave Boots unattended, and it's not because I don't trust her, but she's a new mom. All of our mamas in the very beginning just need an extra hand, and sometimes what can happen is they can lay down and they may not feel them like under their armpit area, that kind of thing. So it is my job to make sure that we keep these puppies safe until their eyes open, their hearing, they can hear, so their ears will unseal, and that's the last that happens, and starting to walk. So we want all these senses to come align, and that's going to take a couple weeks. And then once that happens, then of course the pig rails come out, they come out of the whelping box, and it really gets fun. But I'm so glad that you guys are on this journey with us, and I so appreciate your patience. And I'm sorry I made you guys worry. I thought, I'd come home and I would just upload pictures, and it really was all hands on deck. And then of course we've got the other 5 dogs. So you can imagine the excitement. And this time I just decided in the beginning, we're gonna just set Boots up here in the ensuite. It's right off from the kitchen, so we can close doors. I just want her to feel safe and secure. And it's a lot of energy for a new mom. And so I want, the rest of the dogs in the house to have, respect. And, Boots doesn't want high energy right now, if you can imagine. So we just want, to keep things calm and let her get this down. And then once that happens, then obviously I'll be bringing the puppies out into the common area. Oh my goodness. And they'll be very part of our open concept, if that makes sense. But so right now she's just getting this down, and she's really starting to come around, which is great. So here they are, you guys. Who is this? Miss Yellow. Mr. Lobster's sleeping at the tail, nice and warm. Mr. Gray and Teal. The colors get dirty very quickly. This is Mr. White. So I do a lot of changing, and I'll wash them and put them back on. But it's pretty amazing how they just know what to do. I'm fighting for the milk bar. They did the sweetest little things, guys. I hope all is well. And so starting Monday, I will definitely have, you know, the newsletter and what we're doing and how the week's gone. But you guys are more than welcome to text and, you know, reach out anytime. And of course, uploading all the pictures and videos that we can, because they grow so fast. But Miss Booch is doing amazing. She's just learning to sleep as these guys feed, which is pretty awesome. And she doesn't want to leave the whelping box very long. So she looks to me when she wants to get up. So then I move all the babies out of her way. And it's so cute how cautious she is. And I remove the babies. She comes out. I shut the door, so no chance of the rest of the dogs coming in, because obviously they want to know and see, and they'll meet these guys. We want to have some, like a week or so to just Boots to herself with her puppies. So we have plenty of time to introduce. Then she'll go out, she'll go potty, she'll eat, and then she's wanting to come back in. So she's a dedicated mama. I have to give it to her. And there we have it, guys. We will be back in touch. You guys have a great day.